Leroy's Pokemon Diamond and Pearl walkthrough, part 26. Okay, so once you get into Veilstone City, one of the first things you'll probably notice are these Galactic Grunts just standing here, and you'll try to get through, they won't even let you pass, so you know they're up to no good, you know something's up. But you won't have to worry about them until later. Come up here, there's nothing really you can do up here, so the whole city is really down here. There's a lot of stuff in the city, there's a lot of stuff you can do. You know, if you just take a quick look around, you can just tell there's tons of buildings and people everywhere. Let's talk to some of these people. Some of these people are mentioning the game corner, and that's something we'll take a look at later. Now, right away, you're probably wondering, like, how on earth do I get that item? Well, you can't get it now. That's something you won't be able to do till later, so don't worry about that now. Looks like there are no items hidden up there, so before we look at anything in the city, let's just heal up at the Pokemon Center. Alright, so now we can start taking a look at some of the stuff. Now, let's take a look in some of these houses and see what they have to say. So, she's talking about, you know, Shellos and Mount Coronet, and she's saying how some of the Pokemon can, like, look different or something like that. So that's pretty interesting. Now, in here, there are two people standing in here, and they're talking about Team Galactic's building just lurking over them. They're saying how they don't like that, and if you go back there, you'll see a big Team Galactic building, which you can't really do anything in right now. Now, right over here is the Veilstone Department Store, which is kind of like the main thing in the city. It's basically just like a big mall of marts. Like, you can buy everything here. Like, look, all these potions. Now you can get hyper potions and max potions, revives and everything. I have quite a few potions and healing items, so I won't get any right now. Here you can get, you know, all your repels and Pokeballs, all that stuff, escape ropes. You know, this place just has everything. There are 5 floors of just all the items you could ever want. I'm actually going to get a few super repels. Actually, I'll get 5, because those really come in handy when you don't want to have to keep running into wild battles all the time. Just for convenience, you might want to pick up some of those. Now, this place is, if you remember the department stores in, like, Celadon City, and I think there's one in, like, Lily Cove, it's just like that. Just tons of floors and tons of stuff you can get. Now, if you talk to this person here, she'll give you the Pokechap counter, which just kind of counts your steps as you walk, and you can, like, restart it. And I guess that's pretty nice for, like, hatching eggs and stuff, but other than that, you don't really need it. Proteins and irons and stuff you probably don't want to buy just because they're really expensive. But here you can get the X items, and no one really likes buying these, but I do. Like, the X attacks, X special, they're always nice, and X accuracy is really good in case you get into a situation where, you know, someone keeps using double team or something. Now, if you remember that battle I had against Gyarados just a little bit ago, then you know what I mean, why you might want to get an extra attack boost. Now, this person somehow knows my name. She must be a stalker or something, but I guess they can give you advice or something. Now, over here you can buy tons of TMs, and the person on the top too. Now, maybe I'll put in the description what all these TMs are. I know a lot of them on the bottom counter are those moves like Blizzard and Fire Blast, like the strong, inaccurate moves. But I'm not sure about the top one. I think it might be moves like Protect and stuff that don't, like, do damage, but yeah. So, here you can buy dolls, which I don't really want. But I don't know, you might want to get some of those. And this person will give you stuff like TV or refrigerator, so, you know, all that good stuff. I'm not going to spend my money on that because I don't really need it to get through the game. Now, there's one more floor, and this is one of the nicer floors to go to because, well, let's talk to this guy first. He says that he can grab a drink, and that's something you'll want to do. They have lemonade, soda pop, fresh water. It's a great deal. I got a bunch of lemonade, and it heals 80 hit points, and it's only like $350. That's a great deal. You'll want to get as many of those as you can. And a nice thing is that sometimes an extra one will fall out if you're buying them. And, you know, you got a couple of buff guys standing right next to each other, I guess. And you can take the elevator to go all the way back down if you don't want to keep taking the stairs. Just talk to the lady here. And that's all I'm going to do in the mart for now. If you want to, you know, come in here and buy some items, feel free to. Especially with the amulet coin that I have, you should be able to get a lot of items because you have a lot of extra money to spend. And you really shouldn't be afraid of spending your money. I mean, a lot of people don't like to spend it, they want to have a lot, but I mean, really the only point or reason to have money is to, like, get items to get through the game. I mean, you don't really need them for anything else. Now, I talked about that Galactic Building a second ago, and this is it. You can't do anything inside here now. You're going to come back here later, but if you come up here, you can get a PP up. So that'll be good for moves with like 5 or 10 PP, you know. You see it, you can use them more times. That's nice. You'll probably want to pick that up. Now, there's just a bunch of big rocks and stuff over here. I think those are actually for changing Deoxy's form, I'm pretty sure. Now, these things here are the prize exchange for the game corner. I didn't mean to go in, but you can get stuff like TMs, mainly. You can get the good TMs like Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, stuff like that. Now, this here is the game corner, and what you do is you get coins, and the whole point is you like play the slot machines. It's basically just gambling. Now, one thing you'll probably notice after being in there for a while is that you can't collect any coins until you get the coin case. Now, I'll show you where to get the coin case in a second. And I guess there are no items up here, so I don't really know why that thing is there. But anyways, let's take a look inside this house. Now, this house, there's a lady that will massage your Pokemon for free. And that will raise their happiness. So if you have something that evolves by happiness, you might want to teach it that. And you might just want to do it because they can give you items. Like, they'll find items while massaging your Pokemon. Like, somehow rubbing their back and boom, they find a poison extract. I'm not really sure how that works, but, you know, I won't question it because I get a free item. And if it's not something you want, you can always sell it. So, you know, you might as well do it. This is the house that you need to go in to get the coin case. Now, you gotta talk to this jester here, and it's kind of annoying because you have to guess which hand it's in. Like, he's holding it in his hand, and you have to guess, and he, like, spins around, and it's, like, impossible to guess it right. And, you know, I don't know if there's, like, a pattern or something, but I don't think it's in the same hand every time, because I tried right and left. Let's see, I'm gonna go with the right. Yeah, and eventually you'll get it, I guess, so just keep at it, don't get frustrated if you lose. Eventually you'll win. So yeah, you can get the coin case, and you can start going back to the gambling room, you know. You can actually, if I remember correctly, get free coins by talking to some of the people. Now, you'll come up to the gym, and you'll be like, okay, time to get my 3rd gym badge, but then Dawn is there, just waiting for you, and she doesn't really have anything important to say, but what is important is that we get to go take on the next gym leader now. So have your Pokemon all healed and ready to go, and when we get back, we will take on the Veilstone City gym.